Hey guys, welcome back. This is C-Rock. Hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. And here we are back in the Egyptian campaign. Alright? And we just went back on into this battle. And the last time we stopped right at this battle. So since I knew that they were going to get reinforcements in this one, I went ahead and decided to, and I was going to also get reinforcements, I decided to go ahead and put everybody right up against the red line here. And just create one big long line basically, and make them basically come to me. I did forget one group of troops all the way the heck over there. Kind of left them where they are, unfortunately. But as we're gonna see here, basically they're gonna remove all their troops and come and attack me, and that's also what's going to happen with their reinforcements that are coming on in from the top of the out there, and I'm just basically going to take them all on. All right, now this ends up being quite the big battle and quite hectic because I have two armies here and they have two armies, so we have 40 units on each side pretty much, you know. So they end up pulling out their elephants first. I had to pause the game for a little bit here just to go ahead and get everybody down to where I wanted to put them because it was just a lot of units on the board. So I'm going to go ahead and pause. And I wanted to set up my phalanx guys, or my pikemen, all along the front row there. And then put basically everybody else on the wings. And keep on stretching them out, basically. Continue to stretch out my line. Unfortunately, I think from taking that city, my army was not in the best health there. You know, because you can see most of my units in the second army there that were coming on in had a pretty low amount of troops in each unit, so they weren't fully up to speed yet. But they did still end up doing pretty well. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this guy on into the fort and actually capture some of the fort with him. I figured it might be just a good thing to go ahead and do that with him because I didn't think he was gonna be just so tired by the time he gets to the other side. There was going to be no point to even using them. Here we are having their army just slowly trickle on in off the side there. And they do end up waiting for a lot of their troops. So they do actually not just straight up attack me with everybody, which is actually pretty smart of them. You know, they're a pretty good idea, which is kind of quite surprising, even though they're all trickling out. Probably just because of the fact that it took them so long to get out of the fort themselves, you know, as they're all trying to get out one exit right there. So here we are going to get some early engagements with my troops and their infantry that's coming over the side here. I do decide to attack their cavalry off to the side there pretty early. We'll see that happen in a little bit. I continue to try and stretch this line on out even more and more. I'm having trouble clicking them all. And I wanted to pause it so they didn't go ahead and continue to outflank me, because they're trying to outflank me, it looks like it, you know. So we're gonna go ahead and attack them with those guys right now. I do have it sped on up, and now they are just attacking me with everybody inside, so they really weren't waiting, you know. I thought they were going for a second, but never mind. Went out a little too far with my cavalry general there. Well, I'm continuing to skirmish with those guys. Yeah, they're trying to send some of them to go ahead and meet up with them. As a few of them also attack me. So it was an interesting decision there, you know, as they're mobilizing the force. I guess once they got their reinforcements got closer, they decided to just run everybody on in. And here I am just running on in my cavalry. That's my skirmisher cav. I'm gonna end up actually capturing 2 of these towers here, which are nice. They go ahead and help me fire at the elephants there, which I don't know if that even kills any of them though. And now here I am just kind of pretty much waiting to receive the enemy. So they end up having, I think, like quite a few units of elephants, and I had just two units of elephants. Since they are one of the lower Egypt fractions, they can make elephants pretty easily, you know. Whereas I so far have had to recruit mercenary elephants in order to go ahead and make elephant groups. I've captured that first tower there of the fort. And there's the AI telling me, you've captured a tower. I'm like, yes, I know. And then we're going to go ahead and capture this other tower here. As they get fired on, and they're going to go ahead and rush their elephants on in there because they don't want to lose any of this fort. So we end up attacking their elephants there. I think I have to go ahead and attack around them in order to go ahead and actually fire the javelins at them. And that ends up not killing really any of the elephants, unfortunately. But we do render both of their towers over there not usable for whatever use that was for. And meanwhile, while that's happening, I was being attacked over here by their cavalry. My elephants are taking care of them pretty well, so that's good news. But I want to be careful not to lose my elephants and have them go on a rampage, so I'm kind of trying to bring back my own units as I fire javelins on everybody. And they end up rampaging anyways, so I'm trying to control them. They sometimes will do what you want them to do, but a few of the elephants did die there, as you can see. You see a few of their bodies on the ground, unfortunately. I ended up losing my unit over here that was attacking the fort, so that was kind of a pointless thing to do. But they never really do recapture that that tower there, so I do get to keep that tower for most of the battle. Later on, I think they do kind of recapture it, or they just forget about it. But here they are coming in with their main army, just attacking me with everything. And I'm going to go ahead and attack them with the elephants over here on this side. And use my skirmishers too. As they use their, I think those are cavalry skirmishers. And then they're attacking me with their elephants in the front there. I'm firing at them with some arrows, some archers, and I'm pulling back my archers now as they're attacking me or getting too close to it. And they're keeping their general way in the back there, as you can see. You see the general all the way in the back there. Not sure why they did that, but it's probably smart of them. Too often does the AI just go ahead and run their general right on into the midst of battle, you know? Here we are getting attacked on the right too. And as they're now bringing up their archers or skirmishers or whatever over the side here, since I have that tower, I can go ahead and use my cavalry to hunt them on down and not really worry about them getting hit, which is nice. And since now they're mostly going to close on in with a lot of skirmishers, so they're going to skirmish a lot during this battle. And here I'm trying to stop my skirmishers from just hitting my own troops, you know, and order everybody on into attack. I'm just checking to see the range of each individual tower over there. And we're gonna go ahead and attack these bowmen, I think is what those were. I don't know. I didn't read it fast enough. And we finished up, mopped up these cavalry archers over here, and here the skirmishers are kind of pelting on me with my spear units over here. So I'm quickly rushing to put them all on into phalanx mode, which kind of blocks a little bit. It blocks it a lot better than just them standing there, you know. After all, I think it was said that phalanx mode for phalanx for Alexander's units, that holding those spears in that formation was able to go ahead and stop some spears and some arrows coming on in at them. So maybe it works well in this game too, you know. Popping some of the abilities with my general, and we're gonna go ahead and start to close around the AI there. As you can see, really on the left-hand side, we're really closing in on them, you know, trying to wrap around them, push them on in towards the center, so I can go ahead and just completely envelop them with my units. At this point, though, I probably should have just moved on in with all my front line to go ahead and attack them, but I didn't engage yet. I kind of was just waiting for the right moment. Which is, we can see that's kind of allowing some of my front line to waver there, unfortunately. So this is right about the time where I was just like, all right, let's just send everything on in, because I don't want them to keep on wavering. And we have our elephant group that's going in the back there. They're going to go ahead and attack the general that's all the way over there. They still have one elephant group that's parading around in the center there. I haven't gotten rid of them yet. Mainly because I'm just using archers to go ahead and try and get rid of them. So yeah, we were going to use these guys to go ahead and attack the general there. Well, since we figured the general was going to go ahead and tire himself on that, we're actually going to bring him on back. And now we're continuing to wrap around with all those forces there. Use a few special abilities for that first general that I have right there. And as you can see, they're trying to pull away some of my forces with their skirmishers, you know. Basically just to spread my lines thin is what they're trying to do there. So I decided to go ahead and bring a few of them on back, stop them from going and getting out there as far as they are. And now we're just going to send some of these guys on in, because I think they have used up all their ammo anyways. The skirmishers that the AI has. And we're going to try and, again, attack all these guys here. We can use our skirmishers to go ahead and attack those guys. I'm going to bring around my general and attack that group from the back. And I can go ahead and now move these guys on around here too. As we can see, the AI is just mostly kind of dancing around and about. It's kind of not really attacking me, unfortunately. They're allowing themselves to be surrounded. I guess they haven't seen an advantage yet, so that's why they haven't attacked me. I don't know. But we're going to mop them up over here. And now they're just starting to send everybody on in. As their skirmishers are all wavering. Now I'm just going to send everybody on in to attack them. And we're going to move this guy around. I'm having quite a few of my units waver over there because I kind of want to go ahead and help them on out with my general, so I kind of moved him on into charge. I couldn't figure out where the back of their unit was, so I was trying to pull him on out to go ahead and get a better charge. Didn't really work like I planned it to. And that rally there did go ahead and help bring back one of my troops from wavering, so that was good news. That's the abilities put into good work there, basically, right? And I'm kind of moving back some of my stronger groups. I mean, some of my weaker groups, I should say, excuse me. And as we go ahead and close off their exit, and continue to fire on the general right there, we're going to go ahead and bring back our skirmishers over here. And finish mopping up these guys over here. Watch this charge here. Those are axe units that that Oxum has. Those are very deadly, those axe units. Yeah, I can't pronounce it. Ekololia Kai? I don't know. But they basically have this huge two-handed axe. And that, when they charge in there, that does brutal damage to your front line. But they were weak from the back and everything, you know. And they're usually charging my phalanx, which is never a good idea. So we're going to go ahead and use the abilities for the general again and bring him on in there. We might have to actually end up using the general because, as we can see, my front line is kind of collapsing a little bit as I try to basically kill off their general over here. Figured that might cause a chain rout. And this one group over here has quite the morale there. They finally end up wavering and breaking. So I figured I might move my elephants on in that way to go ahead and kill more of those guys. I think I killed quite a few guys with my elephants here in this battle. But there they are wavering right now, my elephants, unfortunately, before they even hit the guys. And then, boom, they caused a bunch of their guys to waver, which is nice. Bring my general up to the front lines. Right over here. You go ahead and pull in morale from my troops. There we go. And now we're going to use these guys to go ahead and attack the back of their generals group. And now that we've mopped up all that unit over there, we can go ahead and just bring all these guys on in to help me out over here. and use my general to go ahead and mop up all these archer units that are coming on in right now, coming back from wavering. And we've basically surrounded their general over here. It hasn't really done much because I think my forces are kind of weak. And as we see, I think I lost my elephants there. They are either in the mess or they have retreated. So that is not good. And as we see, most of my units are kind of slowing down now. They're all tired. They still have one elephant group that's all the way in the back there. They're getting pelted on by the one tower that is still mine, I think, in the fort there. Yep, it's still mine. So I don't know. They ended up getting fired on the whole time, I guess, for whatever reason. They never took it back, I guess. All right, I'm trying to pull my general right on through all these little retreating groups here, so I can go ahead and attack the skirmishers over here. That's not going too well. And as we can see, everybody's kind of like trying to starting to waver on both sides. So we got one group wavering there, and then a few groups on their side wavering, and then I end up popping a rally, which brings some of my guys back from wavering, which is nice. I'm gonna try and finish up these skirmisher unit over there. As we continue to surround their troops. They have some of their own hoplite men. So that's pretty much what's holding them up right there. All those pike units, or the spear units, are their own pikemen. So their own version of pikemen. And I guess they're actually pretty strong because they're able to go ahead and withstand against my guys. So they must be. And their general unit, which is quite strong here too. They're not wavering at all. And that ends up happening. As my little small unit of phalanx men is standing in the back there, just kind of sitting there. I probably could have attacked these guys in a much better way. As we can see, I'm trying to get my pikemen to go ahead and actually form a line. They're not really forming a line. You see, they're kind of running in the side there, and that's causing them to kind of waver a bit. So I got to bring my general on in. And we're basically just trying to zoom on in to see what's taking them so long. And finally, their general has been mopped up over here, and he's actually about to waver completely. And now we can go ahead and attack these skirmishers. And I'm freeing up some of my units over there, and I have this big blob of units over here that are freed up now too. So I can use them to go ahead and attack. And free up some more of my other units, which is good. And now we're going to finally bring in that one little small unit, I guess. Right at the end there. As they're all starting to waver. Over there. So I'm going to start to bring in all these guys from behind and go ahead and flank the back of them. And we kind of want to move them slowly, though, because we kind of want to go ahead and get them back up to full stamina. because that's what's causing a lot of my guys to go ahead and actually waver there. They're tired themselves, you know. But here we are about to clean up this area with those troops that are coming on in from behind there and attacking the flank of them. There, I'm using my last rally. We can go and attack the back of these guys. I'm going to get my general on in here too. And they usually just have a bunch of... right now they have quite a few of everything still on the battlefield. And as we can see, this left flank over here is completely wavering for them. So then they end up completely retreating and running away through my troops. So now I'm going to go ahead and move my troops over here to go ahead and help out with their last big force over here. And once these guys are done, although they did go ahead and cause quite a few of my own troops to waver completely there and run off the battlefield, which is why they're kind of free too, unfortunately. So we're going to go ahead and move them around. But they are also wavering, and they're kind of on their last straw. They're very tired, their group. So I'm going to go ahead and move them around from the back so I can go ahead and flank them. And that group just completely writes out. Runs off the battlefield there. So they completely retreated. They didn't stay in that engagement that long with me. So morale is pretty much done for with the AI. Surprisingly, though, the power bar still shows that it is at now it's swung immensely in my favor. Now it's at medium. It's right in the middle. But before it was like a little in their favor. So I don't know why it's still in their favor. Or was in their favor a few minutes ago. But now it's completely right about 50-50. I'm going to go ahead and attack and take the rest of these wavering units on out. And now it's swung even more in my favor, I think, a little bit there. Yeah. As we completely surround these guys. My general, I think, is helping out a lot being in the midst of that battle. They tend to bring more morale. I'm going to go ahead and try and have this guy go ahead and my other general attack the back of these guys and use his rallies to go ahead and help reinforce my troops. And that ends up making the last group there pretty much waver and pass out, you know, or leave the battlefield, as their elephants are the only group on the field now, and they're just going to go ahead and run at me, but they're wavering the whole time, so they end up completely running from the field right then and there. We kind of sped that last part on up, and that's the end of that battle, and that's basically all the video right there. We end up killing all these guys and taking that city finally. So I don't know if we do it this turn. Do we do it this turn? Or do we wait till next turn for whatever reason? No, I end up doing it this turn. And here I'm trying to decide which way to do it. So we end up auto-resolving that. Which kills off the army on the inside, and we actually occupy it this time, I believe. Or do I loot it? I guess I'm trying to decide what looting does there. And that kills off both of their armies over there, so we now have this entire area free of the enemy. And we can go ahead and start improving this city to be ours and building on up. basically. I'm rebuilding back on up my army too. You know, they are pretty much nothing now. But thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you guys next time.